Hello, it's Carol again, welcoming you to some watercolor play. I had a real serious urge to do some watercolor, maybe with some doodling, because that's a combination that is just just heavenly on my planet. So I got out my paper and my paints. These are Mission Gold paints, brushes, water for misting, water for brush cleaning, and this set of Mission Gold did not have certain colors that I had seen very much and liked. The Jaune 1, which is yellow 1, 2, which is a combination between pink and that yellow, shell pink, lilac. I mixed these because this set does not have anything in it that made me happy, so I mixed that and my much loved yellow gray, some Holbein's Opera and Winsor Newton olive, because these two together make absolutely beautiful skin tone, and Winsor Newton Purple Lake and Mauve. So before I begin, I want to wet these papers. I'm sorry, these paints. Give them a chance to get ready to have some fun. So that one is sprayed, and now I'm going to spray greens, these pinks, and let's swatch a little bit to see what colors are going to tickle us today. So that's that job done. I have my piece of watercolor paper, my Viva paper towel. That's it. I'm ready to roll. So I think in order to get some thing happening on this piece of watercolor paper, which of course is not the quality of what I'm going to be working on, but I'm going to lay down just a little bit of water and spread that water around a little bit. Okay. Mission accomplished there again. A little dab. And let's see what we end up with here. I think I'm going to use this, which is Princeton Select. It's an oval mop, 1/2 inch, because it will lay colors down for me. And I'm going to start with I'm going to start. Goodness, let me get the tea out of the way. Well, that brush is just going to find a home in there. I just know it. Okay, let me have a little bit of this crimson. It's a very, very nice color. Let's have a little bit of crimson right here. Good and juicy. Let's see what we got here. Okay. And if I go now and give a try to this, I'm going to try shell pink, just because I love it. And let me put a little bit of shell pink down. I'm thinking yes. And let's check greens. I'm one that likes to start out with olive green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one. Okay. Yes. Let's have some olive green here and see what this does for us. Is it going to work? Well, yes it is. So, yes, I'm going to start with those. Now, the paper that I'm going to be using today is Arches watercolor paper, 300 GSM, 140 pound, pure cotton, which makes it just absolutely do wonderful things with watercolor. And this is hot pressed. I like hot pressed particularly because of its smoothness, and if I want to do any doodling, it accepts that just beautifully. And as you can see, it's a block, so I don't have to worry about the paper buckling particularly, or moving or warping. And the fact that it's also 100% cotton is a very big plus. Move that up out of there. Let's move this up. Okay. Now let's do the same thing with. Let's get some water on this paper. Let it soak in a little bit. I'm going to spread it again. And let it seep into this cotton. How is it? Yes, it's mostly there. It doesn't have to be 100%. And I need to fine tune here a little bit. This is not making me happy. That will not do. Let's see if I can make this work better. Now I want you to have as much view of the palette and the paper as you can have. There we go. Mission accomplished. Okay. Yes, it's damp. And I'm going to make quite a juicy start with the crimson. And I'm going to put some down on the paper, here, there, and wherever it hits. Okay, and then let's start to move that around a little bit here. Just to work those splashes in here and there on our paper. Good. Good start. Now, let's have a little bit of the shell pink. This time, I will not just do splashes. I will just do additions here and there. And let these run together a little bit. And then I'm going to come back with some clear water and clean up some of these hard edges here. Just to take some of them away and spread out this paint. Very hard edges up here. And since this is decent watercolor, very nice watercolor paper, it can handle that addition of water. So let's do a little bit more shell pink here. Let's have just a little bit more here. And here. And let's put some back here. And I'm going to use some shell pink over here as background. A little bit more here as background. Let these run together a little bit. I'm using a background, as you notice, of the same color because I don't have any idea where this is going to go. But I know that having some shell pink as the background, it's cannot hurt anything. There we go. Just a bit here and there. Now, let me tap a little bit here and there and again and get out some of the extra water. And let me show you where we are right now. The paper is moving a little bit, but as soon as it dries down a little bit, it will calm down and become nice and flat. So, just a touch of a background layer. Now, and these water runs, I love them because they give some substantiality to this background. Why don't I use this nice flat wash, 3/4 of an inch, because it will permit me to add color, large swatches of color, which of course will keep me from overthinking my colors here. Let's have one here. Aha. Gee, do you think this might be starting to be floral? I want a little bit more color here. And let's go back and put some more up here, and there. This sort of brush forces you to be loose. Doesn't let you think about it because it's there. It's there. Now, let's have a little bit more here. And again. And again. And then let's go around and draw out some of these edges a bit. Give this watercolor someplace to run, someplace to bleed into a little bit. There we go. Now, if that one's too heavy in comparison to these, just a touch of Viva. Good. Now, the same thing with shell pink. Just because I want to here, and I don't want to have to think about it too much. There we go. And one more shell pink visit here. Maybe two small ones. And one up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bingo. A good start now. Now, just to put some water at the edges while this is still willing to cooperate with me. Now we absolutely must have, because of the fact that this is Arches paper, I'm not going to put artificial heat on it. I'm just going to let this dry, and so I'm going to. I want to make my few marks here that will remind us that we need to have some spots here of green around here and there and everywhere. And I'm going to continue to use this large brush because it does keep me from overdoing. Just laying down some bits here. Now maybe just a touch of light, small ones here and there. We need something for her. I've decided she's a girl. And I think I'm just going to stop for the time being. Let's calm these leaves down a little bit with Viva. Clear off the brush because it's going to be a bit until this dries to suit me. I'll be back when this is tightened down to the block again, and I've had a good think. Yes. Well, this is absolutely flat again and dry as a bone. So, I truly do love this just this way. But I thought for the sake of my doodling fun, I might want to just add a titch more strength in some small leaves popped around. So I'm going to use some Hooker's green mixed with my palette green, and I'm just going to go here and there, and I'm going to move this around because I want to just be free in what I'm adding here and there. This definitely needs just a little bit more in the leaf category here. I'm not going to be afraid to put on some strength of color here. Some out here, some more out here, and so on. Just a little something something, that's all. And one here, that's it. just enough to add just a little bit more, only as a medium for my doodling fun. Now, these are my best friends, my black pens, and it's been a while since I've doodled, and I'm not sure that that I'm as free as I want to be. But I'm also not sure whether I'm going to really worry terribly about whether or not this is permanent, because I probably will be doing something. This might just be the beginning or not. And I want to start out lightly, so I'm going to use my Muji, which is a 0.25, very, very, very fine, which I love to death. It's extremely fine. It is not waterproof. Let me see what we have here. Do we have anything hanging about that is truly waterproof? Let's see what we get here. This is a Pitt pen. Well, that's almost as fine. So I'll be a good girl, and I'll use some waterproof. Now I'm going to move this because this is going to take an overnight to dry thoroughly, so that I don't wake up and see a moldy watercolor palette. All right. Need to loosen up here a little bit. It's been a while. This one looks like it might be. I'm going to get closer. And I'm doing this very lightly. I'm practically not holding the pen. I'm just right now trying to get suggestions of what I see in the watercolor. Well, that was really an easy one to do, because I was able to see that. Now this one is rather a blobby, so let's just do this here and then see what I might be seeing here. And let's see. That's a start. Just a start. Let's go up here. Let's go up here and talk to this one. This one looks like I have an inner layer here and an outer one. And here, 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 here. We'll stop there. Now, let's go around here. There we go. This has an entirely different shape in that water. Isn't that nice? And let's see, yes. We'll just decide that that's there. What else are we going to decide about now? How about another one of these? I like that. And since it's mine, I can just play. Make sure that I hold this. No death grips on. No death grips, because then it's forced. Where are we now? Oh, about right here. I'm seeing the center right there. Now we have quite a nice this is not having any difficulty being a nice big statement posy. Nice big statement posy right there. Let's move out and see where we are. Okay. Let's do this one. You'll notice I'm dancing around that one. I'm loving that unpainted paper there, so I want to make sure that it stays there. Oh, I'm getting quiet. Sorry. I kind of, what's the expression that the young people use? I'm in the zone. Let's go this way. Oh my, right there. Right there. Right up there. And here. Now this is just an opportunity for me to see flowers. That's all. This is just the first layer of doodles. Well, bombs away. Here, this center, this light center is just beautiful. But I think its shape is like that. And then I think this center continues down here. That will be the center. In other words, the flowers, I see it facing that way. Now, this layer is definitely making a statement. So, this one, and this one, can't miss that. Okay. And now let's go out here, here, up here, Let's utilize all of this color because it's the color that I'm picking out, and the flower shape comes next. Well, now let's think about leaves. Let's think about leaves. I'm going to take some liberties with this puppy. There's that one. This one. This one. This one. Okay, this one. And this one. No death grips on these. Well, this just doesn't work. For some reason, if you think about it too much, it just flies away. Goodness. This is... something, something. Well, now where are we? Now where are we? Well, I think what I have there is bones. Let's look at it closer. Let's move this one over so that you can really see what we have. And I want to turn this because I want to see this from all sides. All right, I'm seeing some areas for some more doings. I'm not sure think I'll stick with this to just get some more bones on here. And then I think I'm going to go with a non-permanent pen. I will probably choose my Uniball Signo, my go-to. But first, let's do more with this lovely color background here. We only have 2 of these. Let's have another one. Let's have another one. Tucked right in there. And then we'll come around and have that one. And another round. And then we'll follow that line. So we have 3 of these. Is that better? Yes. I'm ignoring these, the darker greens yet, probably until I get the heavier pen going. Now I'm thinking some fillers, and I want them to be very plain, literally fillers. I'm thinking over here, I want a very plain oval with an oval inside, just to say that this area is busy with a flower. And we have 3 of these. I could put 2 ovals. Let's make believe it's behind this one. And here. And here. And here. Let's have one more here. We're going to use this, or we're going to use that. And since I'm looking at it from this angle, I'm thinking this one, right, tucked in here. Well, things are starting to happen. Things are starting to happen. I'm starting to have fun. Now, have I lost this? I don't think so. I think it's okay. It's been so long that I'm absolutely, I want to plunge in, and then again, maybe not. Let's visit these 3 first. In fact, I'll visit this one and this one, and then I'll do another one off screen. I'll do one of these, maybe one of these. Well, you don't need to sit and watch me do this entire thing. Now, what do I want? This is ultra micro. This is micro. And this is 207. I want to go to 207, but I think I'm going to restrain myself a little bit and do you see the difference, not so much, oh, it's double this line, but the blacker ink. Okay. Let's do this one. All right. Off we go. And darkening some of these curves a little bit to to add shape. Just go back over them just a little bit and draw it out. And here. And this Uniball Signo does this so well. It will go over anything. Just darkening that up a little bit now. Just a little more attention to this. I want to play up that shape, so I'm just going to work in here a little bit. Okay, I'm going to come back to this. I'll be back. I will be back. Now, okay, center first. Darken up these edges, absolutely, because it is the center of a flower. And I can do all sorts of goodies in here. A tiny bit of color gradation on the watercolor. I'm going to play that up a little bit. Yes, I am. And I'm going to pick this one next. Darken. I usually do dips, and I usually do mountains and valleys. I don't know why, but I just do. I make a mountain sometimes when necessary. Let's get a little bit closer. I think we're just going to work on this puppy a little bit here now. Go. Now this one, let's see about this one. What should we have here? Oh, I know what we want to do. We don't want to have that same effect, so there we go. Yeah, this needs a little more doings in here. Now, as you can see, this can become eating peanuts. You know, you can't stop. here. I don't want every petal on every flower to be done like this, but I wanted the eye to come up here. So I picked the two center rows of petals. Mountain, valley, now that's not a hard and fast rule. That's what Carol does. I've been doing it for as long as I've been doing this, and I like the effect, so I do it. I try not to overdo it because it's so much fun. Going to work here, and I think I'll do a leaf, and then I'm going to stop, and I think this is going to probably be 2 parts because that's how much fun I'm having. And then when this is done, I'm going to scan this so that I can use it for collaging and whatever, only because it's mine, and I can do that. Let's have the finer one, and let's do some circles in here. Make this center a real eye catcher. And let me move these watercolors and the water and the spray. Okay. Now, in all truth, I could sit here and do these circles until the cows came home. I love it that much. And that, as you can see, why the junk journaling world is so different and such a challenge that I'm enjoying tremendously. But then there's this girl too. You know, artists have more than one person in there. Of course, now I can darken up the areas between the circles. Yes, I can. And back we go. Let's make some hills and valleys here. Mountains and valleys, sorry. Oh, hills work too. hope that all of you are having a very nice Monday afternoon. It's been a busy morning for me. And I loved it, but I kept realizing that I had a real serious call to watercolor again. There. Now let's get around this one. I almost made a mistake. And who would have known? Because there are no doodle police, believe me. Well, you can see where I'm going with just that bit. Now I want to play up this dark one to offset this. So here we go. And none of this can be an oops. All you do is add something. Since you can't take it away, you add. See, that one went over. Oh well, this is doodling. And one in there. Getting kind of lean. Now we need to straighten this out a little bit. No particular reason. Okay. Give it some bending here, just to give the leaf some, the petals some reality, as much as you can with doodling, or as much as you want to. And a leaf. Which leaf? How about this one? That one. Now, this is a whole different story here. Well, basically, mountains and valleys the same. But, you know, in order to make it a leaf, there has to be a little bit of the concept of leaf brought out. And anything that has a point, I really work to get that point to express itself. There. Okay. Now what sort of leaf will we have? What sort will we have? Well, that for starters. Now, I've got some points here, so let's make sure they're there. Okay. And I'm going to want to do something extra here now. Why don't I get out this light one? Let's do a little shading in here. Very lightly indeed. Just to make this a little bit more of an eye catcher. I think we'll stop there on that one. So, for this round, we've gotten a leaf. Now these leaves will probably be different, but this one is this one. And we've got a couple of these, and we've got ovals, and we've got this one and this one. So, I'm going to finish this one up and get the all of these outlines on all of these flowers for part 2. I do hope that you have enjoyed the beginning of this future piece of probably ephemera, but right now it's Carol's call that I had to do something like this, and I'm so happy that I did, because I found out how much you can forget. You would not forget, but unused is unused, and I'm still very tight. I'm not sure of myself or what I can do and what I will do here. So it's going to be a loosening up session for me in part 2 particularly. If you have enjoyed this beginning, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. Bye until part 2.